Yo, what's up, guys? Hey, I just want to go back a little bit and really go back to the 80s and a really classic game. I think it's well known if you guys grew up in the old days of the 2600 and also back in the day with like the ColecoVision games like that. But I just want to go back to uh, this old Sega shooter from 1982. I was really small playing this. So it's Zaxxon. So I'm gonna play this, and I'm also gonna show you another game, a game that actually kind of like a successor to this game, not even directly after Zaxxon and Super Zaxxon. A game that I'm going to show you is also made by Sega. It was called the Future Spy, and a game that's very similar in design. And if you guys also know, if you like the Neo Geo shooter called Viewpoint, Viewpoint is really inspired by Zaxxon. So I'm going to show you some gameplay and of both games. Very tricky game because of the perspective. So you can imagine your quarters were really going fast. Just getting used to the control and the perspective. You gotta hit those silos for fuel, which is very important in the game. And you also have to watch your elevation. So you see how you have the high and low, and that's how you gauge your relationship to the enemy fighters and also the landscape. Whoa. Ah. Wow, look at that. Quarters didn't last long in this game. You got to really be on your toes. See, I'm not being careful, not watching my elevation. Shit. So not very good gameplay. It seems like not having very good luck. So, but anyway, what I'm going to do is go to the next game, which is the Future Spy, which came out about a couple years later. Yo, so here's the Future Spy. Now, this is funny because when I remember going to an arcade one day when I was pretty much like in grade school, and by that time Zaxxon was pretty old. But I remember I walked into our arcade and I saw this game, and immediately I was like, oh wow, this is pretty much like just like Zaxxon, but an update. Now, in this game, there's ground targets, but now you have a bomb. So now you could bomb ground targets, and it's a little bit more forgiving than Zaxxon because now you don't have to worry about elevation so much, but you still have to worry about the perspective. The perspective is still tricky, so let's check it out. So you see you have a reticle on the ground, so now you have ground targets that you can destroy, like ships and bridges, and they can also target you. So, and this is an old school game, so you got to be on your toes. Very reminiscent of Zaxxon and Super Zaxxon. It's like a direct relative. Wow! Look how fast that is. didn't too well, but just wanted to show you guys a little bit of old school and where this game led, and the direct. I really call this like the grandfather of Viewpoint. So a great game on the Neo Geo, and just this style is really unique. It's really a unique style. I always like this type of perspective in video games. So there it is. Yeah, so just a little retrospective how how games kind of evolve, from old school to games that we're familiar with. So here's Viewpoint, a game that if you have a Neo Geo in whatever form you should have. I wish I had it. I wish I had the cartridge, but this is how this game kind of got its inspiration. That intro actually came from an old school hip hop song, really old school from back in the day. Really cool they used that sample. So anyway, this is kind of just a little retrospective on this type of genre of shooter. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys know what this game's all about, especially if you guys love the Neo Geo, you love arcade games. So check you later.